right, you guys? Podcast time.
Chew. It's quieter.
Fucking podcasting right now.
Chew quieter.
And now, to the podcast studio.
Welcome back to Chew Quieter. We had last week off because we were celebrating our independence from British oppression. So we got our freedom. We dumped the tea in the harbor. We said, fuck you guys. We're doing our own thing.
So we had a no King's Day.
We had a no King's Day.
I had a double Independence Day.
Really?
Yeah,
Australia,
I left Australia to come to America to face fuck you to England twice. I escaped Australia and now I'm here.
Oh, that's funny. What did you guys do for the 4th?
Went and watched. So I heard that Huntsville has a pretty good July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking lame. Went to Mid-City. Supposed to have, all these vendors set up and food vans, and it's Huntsville. Like it's a pretty big town, and there was 3 food vans, and that was it. They had a stage, and there was probably maybe 200 people there. And I'm like, nah, this is lame. Like, how if this is a setup for what the fireworks are going to be, I said this is going to be fucked. So I said to Justine, I said, hey, last year we missed out on Athens, which is close to home. Their fireworks display, and it was damn awesome. It was like one of the best ones I've ever seen, and it went forever. So I said, well, let's go up there, and we'll check it out. Well, the rain clouds come in and it dumped a little bit with about 10 minutes before the fireworks to start, and then the clouds cleared, and we had the fireworks display, and it was like, poof, poof. I'm like, is this going to get any interesting? It was the lamest show I've ever seen. It was like they ran out of money and had to make the fireworks last and just shoot one up here and one there, and let's do maybe 3 here. And I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. So then I hear that Mid-City had the best fireworks, and I'm like, fuck. Athens had all the vendors, which would have been awesome if we had gone there to begin with. Lame fireworks. Mid-City in Huntsville has the lamest vendors and atmosphere, but has the best fireworks. So I'm just like, I'm fucked next year. Where do I go?
You do your own.
Oh, dude, it's so expensive.
Not really.
Fireworks are damn expensive.
Go to the wholesale places.
We did. They're expensive. It's like, hey, spend $450 and get 7 fireworks free. But you know what?
No.
We've already.
You gotta get those cakes.
I know, but they were just so damn expensive. Like even when I first came here, I was so excited. I remember I was coming back from Nashville when John Schaefer threw me the keys to one of his Jeeps. Said, just go for a drive, man. Take wherever you want. Well, I went to Nashville. I'm in Nashville, like blown away. And I came home and I stopped at a gas station in the middle of fucking nowhere. And as you walk through the door, it was 6 foot high and I'd say probably 3 to 4 foot wide box of fireworks. It was $150. And I'm just like, what do I find this now when I'm like, this is my last day that I'm leaving. And I'm like, what the fuck? And now that $150 box is like $800 worth. Like, that's how much they've gone up. It's stupid.
I spent last year $500 on fireworks, and it lasted me about lighting them nonstop, one after another. That went on for about 45 minutes. So this year, my neighbor bought $1,100 worth. I spent maybe $400 worth. And we went on, we would have kept going, but we stopped about an hour in. It was just one after another. So I know we're on going next year for July 4th. We still have more. Yeah, dude, yeah. More than welcome to come. So next year, we're going to have a bigger block party. So that's what we did this year. We had a semi-block party. Half of the block was there. Next year, we're going to be having a bigger block party. But yeah, my neighbor is a county sheriff, but he had to work on the 4th. So we celebrated on the 5th. And some fucking neighbor, some Karen, decides to call 911, not the non-emergency number, 911, 3 times. First cop shows up. He's really cool. It's like, listen, guys, I'm not going to tell you to stop. That's stupid. That's just someone that's just been out of shape because of the noise. So my neighbor's wife was like, well, here's a plate of food. Thank you. You know, I'm sure you're hungry. Even if you're not, have it for later. Here's a plate of food. So he takes it. Different guy comes back. We're like, one of you guys just came in and left. He's like, yeah, there's a second call. He's like, if it happens again, I don't want to do it, but if it happens again, because they're calling 911, they're complaining that it's a noise ordinance, and because it's on the 4th, it's not on the 4th, then we have to come out here for it. So come to find out, the city proposed to change the rule, and I guess it never totally went through.
What the hell is that?
Oh, we're having a thunderstorm right now.
I was. Is that a Garth Brooks song starting? The thunder rolls. 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we're having a thunderstorm right now. Thunder. So the county, you can have fireworks from the 1st to the 5th, and we're within the county, so we thought we were good, and turns out we weren't. The city never actually changed their ordinance.
So it's only the 4th.
So it's only the 4th.
Mm. So you're breaking the law again, Gabe.
I didn't break the law because the ordinance is not a law.
Is it just a guideline?
Yeah. It's like COVID mask. It's not a law. It's just.
Yeah.
That's what we want you to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
We asked
So,
him politely.
One of my neighbors up the street is actually a city council member. And he said that he's going to bring this up to the next meeting that they have. I forget what they're called, but they basically bring up things that need to be changed or amended.
Amendments.
Yeah. So he's going to bring this up. He said it's stupid that people can't do this, like, especially for first responders that have to work on the 4th. Like, why don't you give them a chance to celebrate? That's retarded.
Yes. Yep, I agree.
But on top of that, my dad was in town. He came to visit. His first time in Tennessee.
How did he like it?
He loved it. He was like, I can't believe how green it is. I'm like, yeah, because you live in the desert.
Is this what color green is?
He's like, everything's brown where I live. I'm like, yeah.
Where's your
It's
dad? Your
like
dad
Palmdale.
lives in. Where's your dad live in? Like Lancaster area?
Palmdale.
Palmdale. Yeah. Okay. Palmdale. Lancaster.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah. Same thing. Yeah. But yeah, he's up there in the middle of freaking brown.
Yeah.
Dead brown.
Looks like New Mexico.
No, New Mexico's pretty. That's not pretty. There's ugly deserts and there's pretty deserts. That's not a pretty desert.
But I made him first morning he was here. I made him traditional Southern breakfast. So biscuits and gravy, eggs, some bacon. No, I didn't make grits. Grits is not a real thing.
Grits is not a real thing.
People don't eat grits in the South. That's
They do.
a whole. No, they don't. Not real.
Yeah, they do.
Not real Southerners.
Yes, they do.
They eat the hash browns.
No, they eat fucking grits.
No, grits.
Those are the people that can't afford hash browns.
Grits are more
Possibly.
expensive than hash browns. If you buy grits are more expensive than hash browns.
Yes, no. It's,
Fact of the matter
South.
is, I fucking hate grits. No, I don't hate grits.
Okay.
I hate grits too.
Really?
I don't hate grits. I just really
eat it.
prefer hash browns over grits.
Yeah. It's like porridge. I can't eat porridge. It's the whole texture thing.
But I took him the back way from the airport to my house. So I took him to the country. And we're driving by all these old farmhouses and these ranches and some of these farms that have been established for, maybe 100 years or so. So he's just like, man, this is awesome. I can't believe how open it is. Oh my God, look at that. Look at how much land there is. I'm like, yeah. And this could be yours too for just the low cost of.
Yeah. Does he own his house out there?
No, but he owns a different piece of property. So he has 2 properties. I'm trying to talk him into selling his house and that property. And with as much money as he has invested into both and the equity, he could buy a sizable plot of land, like 15 acres maybe. And I told him, I said, if you buy 15, I'll buy 5. We can build a compound. I said, you're getting older. I said, I see you standing up from the couch. It's taking you a minute. You're going to need some help. There's no one else to help. So this might be a good idea. Just think about it. Mm-hmm. He's like, you know what? It's a really good idea. Let me think about it. So as the days go on, he was out here for 4 days. Yeah, as the days were going on, he finally was like, I'm going home. Yeah, that's what he started asking. He's like, how much do you think 20 acres is here? And I told him, he's like, how much do you think it'd cost to build a house here? And I told him, he's like, I have that. And I was like, well, get moving.
Go pack your shit.
I said, don't forget, man. I said, don't forget, Dad, you die in California with all those guns. They might just take them, keep them.
Mm-hmm. So it's only your dad?
And his wife.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, yes.
Yeah.
So what did you do on Monday?
Nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing. Played in the pool for a little bit, and that was about it.
Oh, well, there's a Monday, 4th of July. So what are we talking about next? Because he does nothing. I don't watch movies. I don't do this. I don't celebrate 4th of July.
I just don't. I don't do holidays.
You know what he was doing? He's in his tub floating, splashing his belly with water, just
with a beer in his hand.
No, you fill the belly button and then you squeeze from the side. Come on.
Hey Kim, watch this.
If you're gonna post the story, post the real story.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't imagine that.
Can you imagine how embarrassed the kids are when they have their friends over at the pool? Hey kids, watch this.
That's a mighty belly button too.
It is a mighty belly.
That's cavernous. There's a lot of water coming out there. The PSI is harmful.
Yeah, take an eye out.
Oh man.
No, I just chilled and sat in the pool and watched the fireworks from the pool, and that was it.
What did Kim do then? Because I know she wants to do something else.
No, she was in the pool with me.
She didn't want to do anything else?
No, we just hung out in the pool. We queued and sat in the pool, and that was it. Not much of
anything. The kids must have not been there.
No, kids weren't home.
Now it makes sense.
Kids are gone. The older one came home after in the evening. She kind of hang out and had a couple drinks with us and sat by the pool and play with the dogs. But that's it. The weekend before we were gone all weekend. We went to Clint Black concert on Friday night, spent the night out there, and then went to Aaron Lewis on Sunday night, and he spent the night out there for that. So we had like a runaround weekend the weekend before. Like I said, I don't do holidays. I go do those things I want to go do that's fun, and then on a day that I don't have to do anything, I just do what I want to do.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the week before. It was busy and fun. And
so now I know I don't have to message you Monday for Happy 4th of July, Happy Easter, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. He doesn't do holidays, so it's just like, you know what, one less person to worry about.
You know what? We lost him at Juneteenth. That's what happened.
Yeah. When every other day is a fucking holiday, I'm done.
Yep. Doesn't do his birthdays. It's just
Juneteenth burnt him out. He celebrated too hard, and he was like, I need to take the 4th of July off.
Yeah, exactly. And take the rest of the year off.
No, so the kids got all dressed up. They painted their shorts in the morning and put American colors over their shorts, like a handprint or the flag. And then they had the bright idea of like, when we're out, hey, why don't we get some face paint? And of course, we're in the Mercedes when they decide to do this. And I'm just like,
oh no,
I'm going to get paint on my seats. Somehow it's going to get paint on my seats. So anyway, they did it anyway. Didn't get paint on my seats. But they went a little overboard and just painted their legs at the same time. And
oh no.
And then Allie's like, why's everybody staring at me? I'm like, maybe because you painted yourself. And people are just looking at you going, oh, cool. How cool is that? And she's like, next person who stares at me, I'm going to bark at him. I'm like, Allie, They're looking at you because of the way you're dressed. They're not looking at you because they're like trying to pick on you. They're looking at you because you're different to everybody else. And she just couldn't grasp it. I just don't want them staring at me. I said, well, maybe don't dress like that next time. Like, you're dressing for people to look at you. You're not blending in.
This is a liberal in the making. In 20 years, she's going to be wearing a nose ring, bright yellow hair, and a mustache.
I don't know about that. These kids are too red for that. They're too red.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no liberals in my house.
Good job, Dad.
Yeah, they'll be somewhere else. They'll be like, oh, you've got to move out. I don't care where you're going, but you can't be here. No liberals in the house. Can you imagine how, like, trying to live with someone that's liberal, like a Democrat? I was like, how many arguments would you have over the dinner table? Someone's going to die. And it ain't going to be me.
Not only that, but the FBI would be raiding my house all the time because this fuckface probably
is calling them all the time.
did something.
No, what are you talking about? The FBI don't go and chase liberals. Democrats don't chase them. They chase us. So whoever's in your house that's a Democrat is going to be calling the FBI on you, not the other way around.
Red flags. Yeah,
and you'll be taken off out the front. See ya. I win, you lose. I get to have the house, you don't. Bye-bye.
I'm so glad I don't have kids.
You just got to bring them up right. You just don't let that nasty Nancy Pelosi get in their head and you're good.
Nancy Pelosi and head. Nancy Pelosi and head. Two words that I just never thought I would hear in my life put together.
I didn't say head. You said that.
No, you said don't let Nancy Pelosi get in your head.
Get in their head.
Yeah.
Not
you still said
head.
Pelosi. You still said Pelosi in head. I'm fucked now forever. I'm impotent. Thank you.
Sorry, Jen.
I need some B12 now, just for a little kick. Need a boost. Thanks a lot, Chris. Totally fucked it up.
You're welcome.
So since my dad was here, his wife is Chinese. She's only been here for she's been here for 11 years. Her English is getting much better. Having conversations with her now is like talking to Armando. So I was just kind of like, we were talking about immigration because we came across Fox News when we're watching TV with my dad, and we're talking about immigration, and I'm looking at her like, should we be talking about this? Because I think she only has her green card, and I don't want her to feel like, you know, I'm talking shit about immigrants instead of illegal immigrants. I don't know if she knows the distinction yet. So all of a sudden she's like, if they can't come here right, they shouldn't come here at all. It took me forever to come here with just a green card. I did it the right way. Mm-hmm. And she's not even a citizen. She just has a green card.
Right, like me.
More people that are like that. The people that come here the right way are pissed off at the people that come the wrong way.
Correct.
Yeah.
Just like I am.
So I asked her, I said, how far along in the naturalization process are you? And she says, I had to actually stop. And the reason is because she owned a business in China, or partially owned a business in China, because in China, the government owns the other half of your business pretty much. So it was pretty successful, and she sold it. She retired. Problem is, if you give up your Chinese citizenship, she loses all of her retirement funds, all of her pension, which she worked her whole life for. Mm-hmm. So she's like, you know, I can't get it in advance. It's all just trickled down.
Can't she get a dual citizenship?
No, they'll still.
Not in China.
Yeah, not in China.
Not in China. Some countries will, but not China.
So she will be not doing naturalization until they come across a situation where they either win the lottery and they don't need that money anymore, or, you know, something. Which kind of sucks. It just goes to show you that communism is just fucked. Like,
yeah, it is.
There's no place for it.
Yep. Well, even I just read today, I think it was on Google News, that immigration is slowing down 1,000% on naturalizations.
Really?
Yep. Which is like, yay, awesome. Now I get to wait fucking longer now. If I haven't waited long enough already.
The actual process, or the final tests and all that?
No, it's the process. Where did I see that?
And it's because, I'm guessing it's because of the Doge cuts?
I'm not sure. Where did I see it? Let me see if I can find it.
Well, you're talking about looking for that. One thing I also wanted to bring up was there was talk recently, and it was just squashed, but by the Trump administration. But there was some talk about maybe doing an amnesty program for the farmers and the hotel industry workers. Like I said, that was finally shut down. They said that's not going to happen. But what if the ones that don't have a criminal background, that pass out, that can, you know, get vetted, we say to them, okay, here's your option. You either self-deport, or because your criminal record's clear, you pay a fine for being here illegally. We kind of just wipe that away, that criminal element away. You pay back taxes. You start your path to naturalization. You get your green card. You start paying into the system just like everyone else that works here. Do you think that is something that, I mean, we not only do they maintain that job, we maintain that industry. It's seamless, but at the same time, that might be a source of more revenue for the government, because they're getting those fines. I mean, it's not going to be a lot, but maybe it is going to be a lot. Who knows? But that might be an idea.
Yeah. So they're saying, so it's heightened investigations. They're intensifying their investigations with greater focus on potential fraud, stricter background checks, so which is leading to higher processing times and the potential higher denial rates. What's this? Where else will I see? Applicants are more likely to receive RFEs, which is requiring them to submit additional documentation, further delaying the process. And then it said here something about, which works, is kind of why I didn't. It said processing times for various immigration applications, including naturalizations. Naturalization are increasing into 2025, so they're getting more applicants to be naturalized.
But wouldn't that just put them to the back of the list? Not really.
So it's making it, it's creating more of a backlog.
But that shouldn't affect you though.
Well, yeah, because I'm trying to get naturalized.
Yeah, but you've started this process for quite a while now, a long time.
Yeah, no, it's different. So, my process is that I have to go have interviews about my green card. That's one stage. Once I've become, see, my thing's a lot more complex than normal because of COVID. COVID fucked up the whole thing. So when I got married, got my visa, all the rest of it, then got divorced. I never had a second interview. You're supposed to have an interview in 2 years after being married. Never had one. So I still haven't had an interview until like last month when I had to go. I thought I was getting naturalized. No. And then after 5 years, you go in for another interview. And then when the 7th year comes up, you can go get citizenship. Well, because I haven't had an interview, because of all the backlog and all the rest of it, it's like I've just started fresh back again at 2 years. Now they're starting to do the interview phase that they should have done 2 years into me being here.
Hold on a second. Armando, are you doing your resume over there or something?
No.
He sounds like that. He sounds like an old typewriter.
I know. He sounds like he's taking notes right now.
I am. I was taking notes.
He's sending it to
I was writing
ice.
it down.
He's sending it to ice.
He's taking what I'm saying down. He's going to send it to ice.
These are Chris's coordinates. Go get them.
I'm sending an email to the FBI.
So yeah, and that's why it's taken so long for me. But so the green card is a whole different process to being naturalized. You have to. So my green card just keeps getting extended. We haven't gone through the divorce process yet, which is happening now. And it doesn't matter that I remarried. They don't give a shit about that. It's like they want to make.
Wait a minute. You're not divorced, but you're remarried.
Yes.
So that means your current.
It's a whole different process.
Your current marriage is not legal then.
No, it's legal. So it's all legal.
Because you got married in Utah and you can have polygamy.
Correct.
Is legal.
Yeah, I got plenty of wives. But they're trying to work out, was the first marriage fraudulent? Like, did we live together? Did we actually do things together? And all this kind of stuff. Because it ended so abruptly, they're like, well, it kind of looks suspicious.
Show them the bruises.
And I'm like, well, you have plenty of affidavits I've sent to you of people talking about my ex-wife, how she was, how was this, how was that, how our life was together. It started off really great until we got married, and it turned to shit after that for various reasons. And I'm like, there's nothing to lie about. And I'm like, I've already made my life here. I've been here 7 years. It's like you can't. We're not talking 2 years into the making here. We're 7 years in. And they're like, well, COVID did this and COVID did that. And I'm like, and then you're asking 7 years for more information. I've only got the information I have. Because I didn't know you were going to ask all these questions and have all this extra paperwork. I said, what records? They're gone. No one keeps. I can't get bills from electricity companies and whatever else that has both our names on it. Like the rental company, they don't have any records that we rented the house through. I'm just like, this has gone on so far. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. If anything, I'll just get Trump to pardon me and we'll be good.
That'd be funny. Like all of a sudden he gets a letter. Dear Mr. Trump, my name is Armando Verdugo, and I have a friend that is in some serious.
That's what I was writing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, are you reading it now?
Yeah. Gabe just hacked into your computer.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I promise, Mr. Trump, he's a cute little koala.
Yeah, I'll make people laugh.
He will stop putting ketchup on his tacos and start saying aluminum and zebra.
I already say aluminum. Zebra comes out every now and then. I'm like even my daughter says, Cassie says, Dad, you're sounding more American every time I talk to you. Oh, here's a funny story. Do you have Culvers over there, Armando?
Yes.
So Saturday just went past. Yeah, Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. And I was at the Culver's drive-through in the Jeep. And of course it says drop bear in the back, and it's got a koala falling out of a tree. And I parked to the side to pick up my food, and the car comes up beside me, and I hear, "Oi, are you Australian?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know you are." And she says, "Your plate says drop bear, yeah?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, I go, "Oh, finally someone who gets it. It's not Dr. P Bear or whatever it is." And I'm like, Yeah, and we started talking and whatever else. And I said to her, yeah, my other car's number plate Struth. And she's like, oh my God, that's so cool. And then she starts talking and she's like, so how long you been here for? I said, 7 years. I said, how long you been here? She goes, 10 years, but I'm moving back to Australia. I said, what are you doing that for? And she goes, it's just too much here. And I'm like, what are you going back home for? It's woke as fuck. And she just laughed and she goes, that's such an Aussie thing to say. And I said, what? The woke part? She goes, no, fuck. At the end of a sentence. And I said, well, I'll probably go home now after I've spoken to you, and everyone will be turning around going, damn, you sound more Australian right now than you normally do, because that's what it is, because when I'm around Australians, my accent comes back. When I'm around Americans, it goes away. Like, Justine doesn't hear it anymore. Like, close friends here don't hear it no more. Unless I can picture someone in my head being Australian. Like, when I meet new people, they're like, oh, you're Australian? I said, yeah, fucking crikey, I am. And they're like, oh, I just turned Steve Irwin on. And they're like, yeah, you are Australian. Because everything
I think it's more of the slang or the actual verbiage that's daily there comes out. Because I still hear your Australian accent. I mean, I can't answer your telephone call, or if you called me from a number I don't know and you start talking, I'm like, oh, hey, Chris.
Yep. Well, even when I try and do a different voice, even if I do an Asian voice, it still comes across as Australian.
You try it. Do it. Try it.
I can't do it on the spot.
Come on.
Nah, we'll be talking later, and it'll probably come out.
Just pretend like you're Jackie Chan. Go.
Can't do it.
Say.
You can't put me on the spot to do stuff.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth, like Jackie Chan?
Wait, that's Chris Tucker.
No, he repeats them.
Yeah.
Does he?
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it right now on the spot. Can't do it.
Do a Nigerian accent.
Can't do it.
Do our Armando accent.
No, I can't do that either. I used to. So when I was in Australia, I could do
What's
any
an Armando accent? Wait a minute. What's an Armando accent?
What's an Armando accent? Wait a minute. I don't know.
Yeah, so when I was in Australia, I could do any accent. Indian, Asian, American. I could do New York and a Southern accent. That was about it for America. But now I live here. It's like, because I can't hear my own accent, it's all gone.
Armando, can you do it? Can you do a JP accent?
A JP accent?
Armando, can you do a JP accent?
No.
Chris, can you?
No.
Just put your chicken wing out the door.
I can do an impersonation.
Yeah, I could do impersonation of
Is there anyone? Yeah. Is there anyone that you can do an impersonation of that in the off-road industry?
Impersonation of.
One of you has to do like a Diezel. He's got to be the easiest one to do, just because it's yelling.
Dude, I was at AOP with him 2 weekends ago.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was really fun. Was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
It was fun. I enjoy hanging out with Diezel. Like, we have a blast. Anytime me and Diezel hang out, we have a blast. We saw the Magros, caught up with them, which was fun, because I enjoy hanging out with Chris and Ann. And but Diesel's just, dude, me and him have something so much in common when it comes to Crocs. I fucking hate Crocs. Diezel hates Crocs. And the shit that he was hanging on, one of the guys out there, the camera guy, oh my God, I was in tears, because it just comes so easy to Diezel to hang shit on people. Like, it's like he doesn't even have to think about it. It just like flows out his mouth, like shit down the sewage drain.
Yeah.
And people are just like stunned. Like, who is this guy? Like, he's funny. It's like they're scared to laugh because they think he's serious.
They don't know if he's retarded or not.
But, yeah. But, you know.
Seriously, between the way he talks, the way he looks, the way he walks. Like, is he okay? Like, where do I put the dollar?
Yeah. But yeah, we had a blast. His Jeep caught on fire. He split a power steering hose, and the Jeep caught fire. So that was pretty much his day over and done with. Within, I think he was only out there for 20 minutes. I wasted a whole hour and a half of driving there to watch him race 20 minutes, and then we just sat back at the pits and just hang shit on everybody. It was fun.
I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for him being on Kingdom Crawl, I don't think it would have been as good. Because he
oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks. All right, cool.
Well,
let's go, Armando. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, I mean, you were cool too, I guess. But he was like the comic relief for so much of it.
Well, hang on, but you know why he was the comic relief? You fucking had Matt on the fucking same episode.
No, not always. Like
you had the same people with Diezel all the time, so he had
not
to
all the
step
time.
up.
Not all the time. In Moab, there was a lot of times where they weren't there.
Oh, he was. I think I only went with him once to Moab. You're talking about Mob Moab.
Two of those.
Was there two of them? I only met him on one.
Two of those, 2 AGSs, 3 AGSs.
Maybe I just didn't know him then. Maybe I was scared of him because he was the way he walked or the way he talked. He was like too.
You thought he was retarded.
Yeah, I was like, dude.
I'm not driving next to that fucking retard. He might bump me off the fucking ledge.
He's gonna roll me over.
Yeah. And he's always throwing his hands about.
Yeah.
Now, I thought actually, you know what? I think I first met him at EJS at the party, at the Rockroller party what's that pizza place called?
Zach's.
I thought he was going to probably throw someone off the roof the way he moves his hands around.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just thought he was fighting all the time because he's always so boisterous. His hands are, taken off.
Now, the first time I met him, it was at EGS 2014, I think it was. 13 or 14.
I wasn't even here then.
Okay. And I was Facebook friends with him before that. And I saw him at EJS, and I just ran up to him, and he knew it was me right away, and we just hugged, and he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's so Diezel.
See, that's my Diezel impression.
Oh. Yeah,
And then the next year was the infamous, we did the first season of Kingdom Crawl after that year. And he did the infamous intro with, we're going to go over rocks, ledges, sticks, stones.
Yeah, he's very good at that.
Yeah.
He's very animated.
He could have been a great WWE wrestler.
Yeah.
Or announcer.
Skinny. Probably
or
announcer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very, like, I love Diezel because he's so creative when he talks. Like, I just like listening to him. Because he just brings up the wild shit. That's just like, dude, where the fuck did you find that in your brain?
No
like,
filter.
He was telling DJ something about, so DJ got on Ultra 4 TV. He got interviewed. He must have been up towards where the announcers are when he broke down, and they turned around and said, "Hey DJ, you're Diezel's son. So how's this?" And he's just like, He just went cold and silent. He said a few words, but like then Diezel's like coaching him. So it's like, so if he turns around and says, "What's your favorite color?" and what is your favorite color, DJ? And he'd be like, "Red." He goes, "That wrong answer." And he goes, "What's your favorite color?" And he goes, "It's red." He's like, "Okay, this is what you do though." So when he says, "What's your favorite color?" you go, "Red." "Oh, my favorite color is red because back in the day it was blah, 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 blah." And you go off into a story. And he goes, "Now the people in the crowd are going to like you because now you've got a story. It's not just red. You don't come across as boring." But
Right.
Diesel's like, all he's like, how he gets his mannerisms. He's like, "Oh," and DJ's just like, "Oh, okay." So then Diesel at the end's like, "So what's your favorite color, DJ?" And he goes, "Red." And I'm just like, oh god, this is awesome. It's just Diezel flat out, and I'm just like, I love it. I love it.
So
we're actually going to go up to his place in the next couple of months. We're going to hang out.
When I went to visit him in North Carolina the first time, I went to his trailer.
Oh yeah,
when he had the trailer on Raccoon Creek.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you guys did.
Was that on Cribs?
Yeah,
Cribs.
yeah. So it's in the episode too. DJ found a dead raccoon, and he starts poking the stick with it, and I had cut the part out because I didn't want him to get in trouble or anything. But he starts flicking the raccoon's dick with the stick, and Diesel's like, "Man, don't do that."
Oh God! So I said something to DJ when we were there on the weekend because he was talking about riding in the Jeep when we're at Mob Moab. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I had all the kids in the back of my Jeep, but I had DJ first, and we come flying down off when we left. What's the back road when you come down a big hill going towards Gemini Bridges? So it's just a back way. You just come all the way down the hill, zigzagging down. Is it Gemini's Bridges where we first met, where we parked the trailer and got Troy Gaten's thing off?
Yep.
So we're coming down there, the backside of Golden Spike, I think it's called. And we were hightailing out of there because Doug was trying to race me down the hill. So we come around one corner and there's this group of cars, I think they were 4Runners, parked up on the side of the road, a little bit off the trail. And as I come around the corner, I'm sideways, full sideways into it because I'm in two-wheel drive. DJ is I think he was probably maybe 10 or 12. He's looking out the window and I've just gone, "Tits! Look at that, tits!" And he's like, "What?" The girls are there and they're all just lifted their tops up. And all I can see is boobs as I'm coming around the corner. And I'm like, "DJ, look." And he's like, "What?" And I said to him on the weekend, I said, "Do you remember that trip we did?" And he's like, "One where I sat in your Jeep." I said, "Yeah." "Do you remember the boobs?" And he's like, Diesel's like, "Boobs?" And I said, "Yeah, on that trip." And DJ's like, I don't remember them. I'm like, "Yep, your testosterone levels weren't as high as they are right now."
Yeah, his balls hasn't dropped yet.
Oh my God. He is so buff. Like, he's a different kid. Like, if you saw him now to then, different kid.
He grew up. He totally grew
Oh
up.
my God. He's like his dad says, his body needs to stretch a little bit because he's just doing this.
Mm.
Like he's a big boy. He's got some muscle on him.
Yeah, that kid's funny. He went on a lot of trips with us, South Dakota, Colorado, stuff like that. And the perfect example that I can give as Diesel as a dad, it was brilliant. Diesel had his doors off, and I just put him to the side so we can go, out into the trail. As we're leaving the trip, he tells DJ, "Go put the doors on the Jeep." So DJ goes over to the doors. He's a kid at the time, like you said, 10, 12 years old. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to pick up the door, and he can't do it. So he's complaining to Diesel, "I can't lift the door." He's like, "Son, you get over there right now and you do it." DJ stomps back to the door, lifts up the door finally, gets it to the hinges, and he just can't get it in there yet. Puts it down. He's kind of defeated. Goes back to Diesel. "Dad, I can't do it." "Son, don't ever say you can't do it. They said I wouldn't walk again, and look at me, I'm walking."
Mm-hmm.
And something in him just went, "Shit, my dad's right." He went over there, picked up that fucking door, put it right on that fucking hinge.
Yep, Diesel says that all the time. It's his motivation for anybody. He's like, no one said I'll ever walk again. You might walk like a fucking retard, but he's walking.
Yeah.
And he's driving, and he's doing all the stuff that, he wouldn't necessarily do. Mm-hmm. And, I've got great respect for Diesel. He's
a great dad.
The amount of shit that he hangs on me, like, I know he's only just fucking around, but he's awesome. And, like, I think his Diesel is one of a close closer friend I have in our little group.
Yeah. He's one of my favorites.
I even named a dog after him.
What's part of the dog?
The ass.
The whole dog. His name is Diezel Nuthouse.
So no, it's just that's what I like this industry that we're in so much is because there's so many different characters you get to meet.
Yeah.
And then when we all get together in one spot, you just never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Never know what's going to happen.
I was talking to some people about going to Trail Hero just for golfing, just to golf that week. And I said, I'd probably go and not wheel. I'd probably just golf. Like, just the idea of sitting in a Jeep again, just bouncing the fuck all over the place, and then my back getting out and hurting.
Well, Sand Hollow, you're not really bouncing around. It's not as rough as, like,
Top of the world.
Colorado.
Oh, God.
You reckon top of the world's rough?
Oh, my God,
Top of the world's
yes.
the worst.
I didn't find it rough at all.
Top of the world's the worst.
Going out is just the worst. It's horrible.
Yeah, I didn't find it. We raced down that fucking... Well, again...
Moab Rim, too. Moab Rim going out is bad, too.
Yeah.
So is Pritchett Canyon.
Yeah, it's just all that. It's all that the
rock
ruts.
bed.
You're just in rock bed. No, you're just in that rock bed, and it's just you're just doing this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really find it rough. The faster I go across rock, the better it is, unless it's big boulders. But if it's just the little stuff, little shaly stuff, the faster I go, the better it is.
When you have coilovers, you don't really notice or feel it that much. But for the guys that are just riding coils and
that's all I have.
I don't know how you didn't like it, or you liked it.
I don't have coilovers. I just got good shocks.
It was a huge difference when I went from just coils to coilovers. It was a huge difference. Well, I also had a coilover and the triple bypass shock though too. So it wasn't exactly just a coilover.
Yeah, I've got coils and a triple bypass shock. So
I had the coilovers and the triple bypass shock though.
Oh, you had double.
Yeah.
Maybe they went valve right, so it rode like shit. Or
That's why it
rode better.
Yeah, it rode way better with my setup. Because the year before, I didn't have that.
Was that like for 2 months before you got rid of the Jeep?
No, it was before that.
So how long did you have that set up before you got rid of the Jeep?
I had that set up on my Dana 44s. Just the front axle, I should say. Not the rear. Just the front.
Because the whole time that I've known you, I've never seen your wheel. I've only seen one video of you, and that was doing the throttle controller. That was it. That was the last time I ever saw you in a Jeep.
Yeah, it went under the knife after that, and
never got back.
As the old saying goes, if you're gonna axle swap, pay someone else to fucking do it, because it's never gonna get done otherwise.
Yeah, well, that's like I just had trouble with my Jeep this past week. So we were going to take it for 4th of July. The weather was good. We got all in the Jeep, took off. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, neutral. I'm like, what the fuck? Pull over, hit the ignition, turn it off, turn it back on, drive, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, neutral. So it's done. It usually does it when I wheel. If I wheel for too long, it'll do it in low range. But I think somehow that the TCU tune that I put in there relearns itself and kind of goes back to factory. Because if I reload the TCU tune into it, it's fine. So I don't know if it gets any gremlins in there or relearns itself to go back to being a Silverado or a Tahoe, whatever it would come out of. I don't know. I can't explain it, but we just
hold on, just for the record, I want to set the record straight. I have wheeled, and I have wheeled for a long time, and Armando has seen me wheel. Right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, for fuck's sakes!
Nobody remembers you wheeling. We all just know you had a Jeep.
There's video of me wheeling out there. Trust me.
I haven't seen
And
any.
pictures.
There's a video.
I haven't seen any pictures. Like even when memories must be so far back when on Facebook that you get that it doesn't even show you wheeling. That you could repost them.
No, it does. Fuck that. It does. It hasn't been that long.
Oh, you don't think you'd like share a memory to go, oh look, Gabe did wheel. Look.
I've never, but see, remember we've had this conversation in the past. I don't self promote as much as I should have or ever have.
Oh.
So
like no one ever like got video of you doing something?
I mean, I put it out there when I did Craw 5280 videos because that's where a lot of them are. So a lot of our older footage from like 2013 through 16 or so, there's a lot of me. After that, that's when my Jeep went for that axle swap and just never came back out.
What year was that?
2016.
No, it was late. I've seen you in your Jeep after that. I was here 2018. So it would have been 2019 was the last time you drove that Jeep.
You might be right. No, because in 2019, I was already thinking about moving to Tennessee.
2018.
Very next year, I moved.
It would have been 2018.
It would have been 2018. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's plenty of footage from 2010. There's 8 years of footage.
Just can't find it.
No, I know where it's at. I just haven't shared it since 2010, 2011, 2012.
Tomorrow we're gonna
like some clips. Some clips are shared.
Tomorrow on Facebook. Tomorrow it's gonna be like, Gabe posted a memory. Oh look, there he is. He's wheeling. It's like fuck you guys.
So here's a funny story. There's a video that I have of Holy Cross, and there was a bunch of us. It was a Wheelers for the Wounded type of event, and Chuck Converse was there in his Jeep that it was just outfitted with Milestars, and I had just put on the Maxxis
Trips.
Not the Traps, the street ones, the Razors. I just put those on. I just got a sponsorship from Maxxis at the time, so I had those Razors. So we're going up the last obstacle, and I made it pretty easily. And Chuck was just spinning tires. It finally got up. Martin Castro from Milestar at the time sends me a message. Dude, did you just edit it to make you look good? I'm like, no, why? Yeah, I was like, no, why? He's like, well, because it just took Chuck a long time to get up that. And I'm like, dude, it was the tires.
The first series of Milestars came out was shit.
Yeah.
Like mine became burnout tires when it shot me across the road and nearly destroyed my Jeep into oncoming traffic. I wasn't even going fast. They became burnout tires. I didn't get to burn them up. I burnt the first set, the fronts. I never got to burn up because they were at the old shop and I didn't want to go get them. So, Gerald, whatever you did with them, good for you. You got some DJ Life beadlocks and some shitty ass freaking Milestars. But, like, I can't believe after this week. Have you seen the photos of Jeremy's trip out there?
No. Well, some photos, yeah, but which one are you speaking of?
The Holy Cross.
Yeah.
That trail is insane. Like, it's not even the same trail that we went up.
It looks rutted.
It's way worse than what we did.
Yeah.
Way worse.
So that last obstacle is the one I'm talking about on Holy Cross. It's Cleveland Rock.
Mm-hmm. Is that the one where Spring's Jeep?
No, that was Wheeler Lake.
Oh. So which one was Cleveland Rock?
That was the one we started to get rain on when he said it wouldn't rain.
Was that the one where it was really like you had to go beside the tree to go up?
Kinda, yeah. And there's there's French Creek. You drove through the creek.
Yeah. Up
a waterfall, basically.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked way worse than what it does than when we went.
Yeah.
It looked like I had a really fun trip.
Yeah. We need to get JP on to talk about that.
We do.
'Cause that's his first time wheeling Colorado. Well, technically it's second time.
When was his first time?
It was him and Shad Kennedy went out, and I took him up to Spring Creek.
Yeah. We haven't had Jeremy on here.
Yeah, we have.
Early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get
Not
him
since, I don't think not since you've joined.
Yeah, we need to get him on. Definitely need to get him on. Yeah, that looked like a really cool trip.
Yeah. It would have been fun to be there, but
I had to celebrate 4th of July.
yeah, my dad was going to be here. And that's why I couldn't go to Diesel's race, is because I had to clean up my house the week before that because my dad was going to be here like 2 days later. So I had to pull weeds, mow the lawn, get the house looking spiffy, put the 4th of July decorations up, clean the house inside. Huh?
Beaner shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. It's I have the means to go next year, so we'll just see where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go back out to Colorado, on the U-Race side. Not so much that side of where was that? Buena Vista.
Oh, the other side, yeah.
Yeah, Buena Vista side
Yeah,
is
I didn't really enjoy that part. It felt like wheeling at home for me. It was just a lot of ruts and rocks and just crap. Whereas I really enjoyed going out to Ouray, even though it wasn't that challenging, but the scenery and just, I don't know, that was the highlight of the trip for me, was going out there.
There's a lot of passes that you still have to experience out there.
Yeah.
A lot of terrain. I think Colorado has the most trails out of any state, even Alaska.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Most public trails, I should say, to clarify that.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I'm glad the public lands for sale thing did not go on the big, beautiful bill. That would have sucked.
Yeah, I don't think he would have done that.
Well, they fucked it all up to begin with. I mean, that thing is just a mess. I don't like the way it is. I think there's just so much fat in it, and things that should be in there were taken out. For example, the removing the NFA, the Short Barrel Act, and the Hearing Protection Act, and all that stuff. The parliamentarian obviously was very liberal based on that. They bent the rule. They changed the way the voting went, how many votes were going to be needed for it. So they had to change the verbiage on it, and instead of just removing the NFA, they took away the $200 tax stamp for suppressors, short barrel rifles, short barrel shotguns, and overall length. So some people call it a win still, but the problem is, until you get rid of the NFA, it's just a matter of time before another Democrat, or the Democrats in general, take over and have the stronghold. They can change it back, or make that tax, instead of $200, $1,500, $2,000. There's no cap on what that tax can be.
Yep.
So the upside is there's a lawsuit that was just filed to actually get rid of the NFA, and it's being backed by a lot of people that have a lot of money for good lawyers. And I have a feeling it'll go through. I think that lawsuit is what it's going to take to just get rid of the NFA. And I think that's a stronger hold for future use than just abolishing it throughout without having the Senate pass it. I think this lawsuit sets the right precedent going forward.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
Hopefully get shit right.
I mean, I'm still going to buy suppressors, especially now that I don't have to pay an extra $200. But it's just the extra loophole, the having to register it, the fingerprints, the background check, the waiting for all that shit. It's not needed.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not for something like that. I don't think. Like fingerprints and everything for a gun, yes, but for a suppressor, no. You just need to say, yeah, I've got one. That's all it needs to be. Because the suppressor doesn't kill anybody.
No, it's very stupid. It's very stupid the way all this is.
Unless I throw it hard at you, or
yeah,
punch it through your eye socket.
If you run out and just whack them with
it. It's the only time it's going to be a deadly weapon, Yeah. If you're hitting over the head with someone.
So speaking of guns, I was watching this video earlier today on YouTube, and this guy's talking about like the recent phenomenon over the last 7 years or so of people carrying subcompact guns instead of just a compact gun. For example, a Glock 43X instead of a Glock 19 or even a Glock 17. So I'm just wondering, what do you guys carry? Or what would be your preferred concealed carry? Subcompact or just a compact?
I don't even carry.
It's compact. I carry compact.
I don't even carry. Everybody.
I just carry my little shield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anybody who knows me to know where I keep my gun.
I would always carry, just because.
I don't know. I don't have no need.
Until you need it.
Yeah, but I have it close by if I do need it.
I guess that's good enough if you don't have to scatter for something.
Like it moves from car to car. That's as far as it goes. If I'm going somewhere that it's a little bit, then I'll wear it. But I've got to find it. One day I'm going to come up, Gabe, and we're going to go to the gun shop, and we're going to get a gun that I can actually wear. The gun I have right now, it's just too big. It's too bulky.
What is it?
I don't know. It's a gun. It's a 9mm. Looks about this big, something like that. I don't keep names.
I'll be more than happy
to... I think it's a PSK. Is it PSK?
PSK?
I don't know.
HK?
No. It starts with P. I don't know. It's just a handgun. It's got bullets, so pull the trigger. It's going to hurt someone. That's all it needs to do. I don't need a Glock. I'm not hitting someone over the head with it. I'm good.
See, I've gone back and forth on this. I've had multiple subcompacts. I had the Glock 43X. I didn't like it very much. And then I went to a SIG P365X. And it was better, but still didn't like it. And it's not that it was because of the snappiness of it, and they very much are a little bit snappier. It's just because my hands just need something a little bit more girth to feel comfortable. And a single stack is just not fitting well in my palm. So I just keep going back to a Glock 19 style. And right now I'm carrying my Shadow Systems MR920.
Is that a full size or is that a compact?
That's the Glock 19 equivalent size.
Okay.
Yeah, Gen 4 size. Well, or 3. Same thing, but it's based on the Gen 4. When it gets to winter time, I might start carrying the Glock 17, just because don't need as much concealment. But I might try the new Shield. It's they came out with the new gun. It's the Shield Carry Comp Pro, I think it's called, the official name. And it actually has a compensator on the front. So it keeps that snappiness. It keeps the barrel down a little bit. And it's 15 rounds.
Oh, mine's a H&K.
Yeah. HK. Yeah. HK arms.
Yeah, it's a VP9SK.
Oh, VP9, that's a nice gun. But yeah, that's chunky.
Yeah, the grip's chunky and yeah.
It's not, that's more than chunky. That thing is chunky. That's something that even a cop can't fucking hide. That thing is just chunky.
Yeah, I just need something smaller.
Yeah.
It just looked good when I went to buy it. That's the first thing I did. So I got my driver's license in the mail. Straight to the gun shop. I'm like, whoop, see you. Straight to the gun shop.
Yeah,
We need to find I had to wait 48 hours to get it too.
We need to find a gun shop that has a few different options for you to try. Or if they have a gun range there with those same guns that you can shoot, that's the better option.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just don't feel it's just too big to carry around.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man.
It's not Dirty Harry, but it's chunky enough.
No, I think it's a 4.5. No, I think it's a 4.5 inch barrel.
Yep.
And I think it's 17 or 18 plus 1.
13 plus 1.
13 plus 1.
Yep.
There should be more than that.
I'm pretty sure it's 13.
It should be at least 15.
15 plus 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to count them, but I don't think it's that many.
Unless you got one of the California compliant guns or some shit.
Who knows? I don't know what I got. It was a gun. Because, everyone used to say to me before I got my gun, they couldn't believe that traveling all across the US in a topless Jeep, half doors, just pulling up on the side of the road, just sleeping, that I didn't get mugged.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the thought never ever come into my mind. So, but we have a guy here in town that rides his motorbike, and he has an AR strapped to his back. So he's got he's got a folded butt
stock,
yeah, and he just rides around on his bike like that. We see him all the time, and I'm just like, dude, like, we're not going to war anytime soon. It's okay. the Russians aren't going to drop out of the sky.
We need to wrap up, but before we do, I wanted to show you this video really quick, and this is sad, very sad, but this is the state of where Jeeping is now. This is just depressing to watch.
You know how to put it in 4-wheel drive?
Listen to it again.
Is it a rental? Oh, it's yours? Here, well, then let me teach you. You got to know how to do it. All right, so put it in neutral. Okay. And then now pull that lever down. Will it come? Is that okay? Cool. Now go over. Well, this. So 4 high, you can use when you're just kind of doing stuff that's not that bad. But when you're out on the super soft stuff, you want to pull it over and then pull it down the way it shows on the diagram, nice and hard. It'll go all the way down into 4 low. Down more. That's neutral. You got to go more. There you go. Now you're in 4 low. So now put it in drive. And now go ahead and try and turn your wheel that way and straighten it out that way. Now go ahead and give it a little gas. There you go. Now when you leave, put it back in neutral and put it back in 2-wheel drive. Yep, have a great day.
I guarantee you that guy's still driving around in 4-wheel drive.
Correct. And he's wondering why it doesn't.
Or he had to call AAA because it was in neutral, wouldn't go out. It wouldn't move.
Oh God!
They won't do anything. AAA
didn't know how to put it in 4 high even, but he's got great placement for every. See how many fucking ducks he had on his dash, and then he had ducks stuffed in the fucking oh shit handles.
Yeah, wow.
The grab handles. I mean,
okay. Do you guys have 7 Brew?
7 Brew?
Yeah, 7 Brew.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have them, Gabe?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So you probably don't have them yet, Armando. Trust me, they're probably coming. They had a limited duck that they were giving away for every coffee. Like they were having a BOGO day, and they're giving away ducks. I shit you not. The line was over a mile long of just anybody. And I'm like, these fucking ducks have to disappear. Like, it's just mayhem. It's a fucking duck. Who cares?
People care.
This is what we've come to as a civilization.
Yep, it's ducks. So guess what you're getting for Christmas? Ducks.
Don't you fucking dare.
Because apparently it makes you happy.
It better bring
No,
a
it doesn't.
Duck.
It factually does not make me happy.
We can send Armando one. He can put it in the pool.
You could lay it on his belly button.
There's probably already some ducks here. My 18-year-old has a Jeep, has a TJ, so there's ducks here.
Mm.
I thought you were talking.
I get in there and throw them out every so often.
At first, I thought you were talking about you have ducks there as a euphemism for the lint trap that's in your belly button.
There's no lint in his belly button because he squeezes it out.
I squeeze it all out. It's a very sanitary belly button.
Yeah.
That's the lint is the incendiary device that he shoots out of his belly button.
Yes. And on that note,
yeah, that was gross. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Right,
Thanks for watching.
hope no one's eating food.
Good night. Good night.
Have a good one.
See you guys.
See ya.